plan, and then some of the programs that ASEA has put in place to help you to achieve the ranks that you want to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And are you seeing an ASEA site?
Yes. Very
fantastic. Well. Okay. Last week we talked about, and I'm not sure, Philippe, is everybody that's on here with their email? Oh, you're seeing my email, not the ASEA page?
Correct.
We see
Yes.
the email, ASEA page.
Oh,
email.
bummer.
We see
Okay,
the
let me go
ASEA
back
email.
out. Let me go back out here. Stop share.
By the way, Marcia, we are going to be 14 today, expected.
Okay. So do we have new people on that were not here last week?
Hi, Gloria.
Hi,
we will have four new people. Yeah.
Okay. Should I do just a quick overview of the whole compensation plan then before we talk about the last part?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Here's what we're doing. We're going to go. I went to a back office. Each one of you has one of these back offices that is your business office. You can get there by going to, I always do teamasea.com, but you can also do office.aseaglobal.com. And that will get you here. You'll get into the back office by using your username or your password, or your username or your account number, and then your password that you have created, and that will take you to this page. Today, we're going to talk about our compensation plan a little bit to start out with. And to get to that, I'm going to go over here to the reports on the side. And I'm going to go to the one that's called commission summary. Or no, I'm sorry, that's where you go to tell where you're going to be paid. That's a good one. I'm going to go, sorry, I did an Ironman yesterday and my brain's a little bit, shall we say, not quite there yet. Okay, we need to go not to the reports. I'm sorry. We're going to go to, what have I got over here? Oh, there we go. We're going to go to resources. We're going to go to the library. And then we're going to go to my favorite document, which is the compensation summary. This is a 2-page document. On the front side, it has a basic summary of the 8 ways that we get paid in ASEA. On the back side, it has all of the ranks in ASEA, and it has which of the 8 ways you qualify at that rank to be paid at. And then it also has a summary of each of the ranks in ASEA and what it takes to qualify for that rank. So this is a great document to print out. It is a 2-page document. I often recommend people actually laminate this because it's a great talking point when you're explaining things to people you're bringing on as an associate. And it's a great reminder for you to have with you, for you. So real quickly, last week we went over the first 5 ways, but I'm going to go over them real quick because I know we have some new people on here today. The first way you can make money in ASEA is a retail sale. You have to be active. That means you've done at least 100 points of volume in the last 30 days. The good news is about a retail sale is if you do a retail sale for 1 case of ASEA, that makes you active because it's going to be personal volume. Also on a retail sale, you're going to make 25% markup on that, and that will be paid to you the following week. We are paid weekly. Our business week goes from Friday 9 p.m. Pacific to Friday 9 p.m. Pacific, and then what work you do this week you'll be paid for next week. Preferred customer, the second way that we can get paid. These preferred customer is the person that doesn't like to pay retail prices. They want to pay wholesale. And so they can become a preferred customer. In exchange for getting that wholesale pricing, that preferred customer also agrees to sign up on a subscription order and to purchase product from you every month. You and the preferred customer also will be earning bonus points on their orders, bonus loyalty reward points. Those points can be used towards free product, which is kind of awesome. You as an associate, the benefit to you to having a preferred customer is for every 100 points of volume, and a case of ASEA is 100 points of volume, you're going to receive $25 and 50 personal PV, which is personal volume, on every order that your customers have. So that's a great benefit to you. That it's some quick cash. The third way that we get paid is what's called a fast start bonus. This bonus comes into play. Again, you must be active. That means you personally have done 100 points of volume in the last 30 days, and it's paid weekly also. The fast start bonus comes into play when you sign up a new associate. So you sign up somebody who wants to build a business. And the fast start bonus is paid out on the amount of volume that that new associate purchases on their enrollment. So if they enroll with 1,000 PV or personal volume, then you would receive 20% of that, or $200. 1,000 is the cap on that you will get paid out on the fast start bonus. So, you know, if somebody's doing a 400 point order, you'll get $80, etc. And anybody is eligible to get a fast start bonus. I, as an associate, as an ambassador diamond, can get, you know, earn a fast start bonus. You as a brand new associate can earn a fast start bonus. And fast start bonuses are one of the ways to quickly recoup the investment that you personally make when you enroll. Number 4, the director bonus. This is a one-time bonus. And this is for when you first start out, and it's not you know, extremely lucrative. It's $50, but I'll take, you know, that's part of a tank of gas these days. But the important part about a director bonus is we know that those who earn the director bonus are 13 to 14 times more likely to reach the diamond ranks or above, because they start out and get good momentum, and they start growing a team quickly. The director bonus is you have 14 days to reach that director bonus. And what you need to do in this picture in the lower left-hand corner is there's you at the top, and our system, one of the ways we get paid is what's called a binary system, where you're going to be building like a Christmas tree. You're going to have a left team and a right team. And the director bonus has you starting those teams. So you'd sign up somebody on your left for at least 100 points CV. That means commissionable volume. That'd be like one case of product. And somebody on your right who does at least 100 points of CV. At that point in time, you become what's called a director. And you will earn that $50 bonus if you do that within the 14 days. And you actually can have a little bit more than 14 days, because what ASEA does is says, if you sign up like today on a Monday, you'll get the rest of this business week plus 2 full business weeks. So that person would get, you know, actually about 18 days. So it's very important, though, as you sign somebody up as a new associate, that you point this out to them as a first goal for them. You know, you have them get out their calendar and, you know, figure out where that day is that they need to have accomplished that director bonus, and then help them to do that. Number 5 is called team commissions. Again, you must be active. That means you have 100 points in the last 30 days of personal volume. You need to be binary qualified. There's a new term. Binary qualified simply means, if we go back to the director here, that you have one person on your left leg, one person on your right leg who is also active with at least 100 points. Now, this person could be maybe the first person that you signed up here, you know, they got in, tried it, didn't really want to, you know, didn't see the vision all the way yet. So they quit their subscription and they're no longer active. But if you sign up another person on your binary tree on that side, and they are active, that would make you binary qualified, because you have one person personally sponsored on the left who's done at least 100, and one person personally sponsored on the right who's done at least 100 points. So that's what binary qualified is. Now you're going to build 2 legs in your organization with a minimum of 300 GV. GV means group volume. So it would be the volume of everybody below you on the left leg would be your group volume for the left leg. The volume that's produced everybody below you on your right leg would be your group volume for that leg. And you're going to earn 10% in volume of the lesser leg. So in this illustration, we determine the legs by going down from the person at the top, draw a line through it where you don't cross any hash marks. That divides your team. This one is very symmetrical. Most teams are not. And that would divide your team into a left and a right. In this illustration, the right leg has a total of 500 points that were produced that week. 500 CV, that's going to be commissionable volume. And so you get 10% of that lesser leg, which is $50 for your team commission for the week. If you're like me, you say, but what about this other leg has 700 points? I'd rather be paid on that. You know, I did that work. Well, the good news is it's like having 2 cups. You got one with 700 points, one with 500 points. You're going to get 10% of this 500, but really you're also taking 500 out of this other cup because it would be 5% of the left leg, 500 points, this is $25, 5% on the right leg, which is $25, 25 and 25 makes that 50. It's easier to say 10% of the lesser leg. The good news is that you used up the 1 cup. There's nothing left there. You've used up all 500 points, but you've only used up 500 points in this cup on the left leg. And that extra 200 points is going to move forward to the next week. So when for your volume the next week, you're going to start out with 200 points on your left leg, and you'll be well on your way to another team commission. Team commissions are only paid out on the weeks that you have a minimum of 300 in each leg. But remember, if you only had 200 points and 150, that's not enough for a team commission. But because you're active, you personally have 100 points. Those points don't just go away. They move forward to the next week. And it makes for a really strong program that way. Any questions real quick on those first 5 ways before we go on to the next? Feel free to unmute yourself if you have a question, because somebody else probably has the same one. Okay, let's go on to number 6. Number 6 is our executive momentum pool. Number 6 and number 7, the check match, are only available to those people who reach the executive level of bronze. And if you look at the back side of your document, the bronze, we go associate, which is somebody who enrolls with 100 PV and it stays active. There's the director, which has, you know, you and you have at least 1 person on your left and your right. The director 300, who's starting to get paid team commissions. They've got the binary tree going and they have at least 300 group volume on each leg. The next rank after that is called Director 700. And to be a Director 700, you're going to have 700 points on each leg. To get to the bronze executive level, you're going to sponsor legs with it and help them to reach the Director 300 level. So you're going to help them to get to the point where they're binary qualified with 300 points on each side. And you're going to help 2 people to do that. Then you're also going to have 2,000 group volume on each leg. So that's what the bronze is. And that's your goal that you really want to shoot for as you're going out of the gate here, is to get up to the bronze executive or the bronze executive level, because the executive momentum pool and the check match start to get pretty lucrative. The executive momentum pool is paid off of 2% of global sales. And you will receive shares based on your PGV3, which is your personal group volume 3 levels down. Now, I said over here that we get paid on a binary tree. we also take those same binary people, and it's like Legos, you know, one time you might make a house out of them, the next time you might make a ship. Well, this is our Christmas tree, our binary tree. And then we take those same people and we can reorganize them into what's called a sponsorship tree. And the sponsorship tree is like a family genealogy tree. You're at the top. The next level are the people you've sponsored. So you might have sponsored 15 people, and those would be your children. You're very prolific. And then the next level is going to be like your grandchildren, the people that they sponsor. And the next people below that will be your great grandchildren, which would be the people that they sponsor. The executive momentum pool is based on the volume that is created by your children, your grandchildren, and your great grandchildren. So your first, second, third level of volume below you. And there's a report I'll show you real quick here when we're done here that's will tell you exactly what your PGV3 is for the week. Now, when you're at the bronze level and you've been consistently hitting bronze, then you can open the bronze pool by hitting bronze 2 times in a row. When you do that, you have 12 weeks, which you can qualify to be paid in the bronze pool. If you don't hit bronze one of those 12 weeks, you won't earn any shares that week. But if you do hit bronze every week you will earn shares. The shares that you earn, you'll look at your PGV3. Say your PGV3 was 2,000 points for the week. You would earn shares, 50% of those shares. 50% of 2,000 would be 1,000 shares. Currently, the payout on a share is about 15.9 US cents. So almost 16 cents a share. So that would be, you know, what, 16 times 1,000, that'd be like $160 extra, right? For your payout for that week. The payout is paid every 4 weeks. You'll get an extra check. And, you know, getting a payout of about $600, that wouldn't be so bad. When you get to the silver level, you have 16 weeks that you're eligible to be paid at in the silver pool. And then the percentage goes up to 60% of shares. The gold pool goes up to 20 weeks and it's 75% of the shares. The platinum pool goes up to 24 weeks and it's 100% of shares. The good news is if you are moving fast and you enter the bronze pool and during that time you become a silver, you can then, for the rest of your 12 weeks that you hit silver, you can get paid out at 60%. Say you go really fast and you open this bronze pool, you go right into the silver pool. 6 weeks into the silver pool, you hit platinum, you can get paid platinum shares, 100% shares, for the rest of your silver, the rest of your gold, and all of your platinum weeks. And that makes for some pretty lucrative checks. Because as you get to platinum, of course, your PGV3 is growing. I want to show you a report that, let me go back here. The report that will go back to, let me go over to reports that will show you, and you can look in your back office, even though you haven't earned, maybe you haven't reached the executive momentum pool and qualified in that yet, you can go to the executive momentum pool report. And this account that I'm looking at right now is brand new. So there's not, you know, much information in here. She doesn't have shares earned or anything. Come on, computer. We can load it. There we go. In this one, it will tell you the pool period is going to be weeks 11 through 13. And the weeks that it's involving is week 38 to 41 in our business. This person has not qualified for a pool. So when we look down here, it shows us, has she ever qualified for the bronze pool? No. So when she does, she has 12 weeks to be eligible for that. And so on for the silver, gold, and platinum. So you can keep track of your weeks once you enter those pools. Now, this is kind of an interesting part here. Like I said, she doesn't have much information because she's brand new. But what you can go down here is look, and you can see how much volume you have in your PGV1. So your children, how much you get in your grandchildren, how much you get in your great-grandchildren. And that will show you what you're earning currently, so you can know kind of, hey, if I was to reach bronze and open up that pool, how much would I be making? And then it will tell you over here how much at 0.159, how much, if you were to get paid out that week, would you be making there? And then how much total would there be for the whole pool in the next payout for the month? And she would have currently $7, not a whole lot. Any questions about this report? Okay, you guys are easy today. Let's go back to our resources again and go to
Marcia, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to know the 12 weeks is about to continue 12 weeks or
yes,
jump?
Once it's a great question. Once you open the executive momentum pool, then it is the next 12 weeks. So you don't want to open the pool until you're sure you are going to be a consistent bronze, because you would be throwing away weeks. Because say like you're bronze on week 1, and then you don't reach the rank of bronze on week 2 and 3, you won't earn any shares on weeks 2 and 3, but they will be counting off your 12 weeks.
Okay, thank you.
And what we find in ASEA is that when somebody reaches a new rank, it's kind of like, like they might get to director 700. Well, the next week, maybe they'll only be a director 300, and the next week, maybe a director 300, but the next week they'll get to director 700, and then director 700 and director 7, and they will cemented that rank. The same thing happens when you turn bronze. Sometimes you reach bronze that 1 week, and then the next week, oh shoot, I have one director 300 short, or I don't quite have the volume. But then the next week, maybe you hit bronze again until you get to be a consistent bronze. And then once you do that, then sometimes you slip into silver, So you don't want to buy yourself into a rank. It never pays off. Okay, number 7 is called check match. You must be active with 200 PV, because when you get to bronze, instead of being active at 100 PV, once you get to the bronze executive level and above, you're going to need to have 200 points of personal volume. We find that when people get to the bronze level, they're usually using at least that much product, and that's no problem because their belief system has come up, or they have enough preferred customers to help them with that extra PV. You must have the active with 200 points. You're going to be binary qualified, and the check match is paid weekly. Now, check match, what you could do is you get to be paid, you earn check match on associates you've personally sponsored, and on the ones they've sponsored, and so on, up to 7 generations. Well, what that means is that your check match is going to be paid. What you're matching is the team commissions that people earn. So check match is usually paid out at about 9%. And so what you would receive is 9% of the team commission of the people that you've personally sponsored. So if, say, Philippe earns a team commission of $1,000, I would get paid 9% of that, or $90. And you do that on each person in your personally sponsored groups. So off of your sponsorship tree, however deep that goes. Now it says, so up to 7 generations. When you're at the bronze level, you're going to get paid. I wish I had a sponsorship tree picture here real quick. Let me just pull up a sponsorship. Oh, she won't have one. But you'll get paid on each personally sponsored person. Say I had sponsored Susie, and Susie sponsored George, and George sponsored Fred or whatever. And then Fred sponsored Jane. Jane was a bronze. So I would, if I am only bronze, I will only get paid on the team commissions or the check match on the team commissions of the people between me and this person that went bronze. But that happens on each personally sponsored person that I did. You will take each leg and look at it separately, and you'll get paid. You'll get to do check match on anybody up to the first or up through the first bronze in that leg. When you go silver, you get to go up through 2 levels of bronzes, gold, 3 levels of bronzes, and so on, up to 7 levels as you move up the ranks. So check match is a great way to make some extra money. And it won't be as major of a thing as the executive momentum pool, but check match continues on through the rest of your ASEA career. There's no limit to the number of weeks you can earn that check match. And then finally, number 8 is the diamond pool. When you get to the diamond level, it's a global sharing of 3% of the global sales, and you will get paid through, like the executive momentum pool was through your PGV3. You can see at each one of the ranks, you go through 1 level deeper of the PGV in that pay. So there is our compensation plan in a nutshell. If you have questions, you can ask them now. And if you'd like to review this after this call, Philippe has been recording this, or Diana has, or if you want to hear another voice talking about the same thing, you can go to amazingmoleculestraining.com, amazingmoleculestraining.com, and you can watch the compensation presented by Alan Noble, who is upline from us several levels. He's a incredible trainer, has a lot of information on that site, amazingmoleculestraining.com, that could be interesting to you. Are there any questions from some of you that are on the phone here or on the Zoom that you would like to clarify on the compensation plan before we go on?
Yes, thank you, Marcia. Very, very, very well put. My question is, I see for the diamond pool, PGV 12 on the down right
Yes.
square yet. Is that the bottom line? We cannot go beyond that, or can we?
At this point in time, but you know, as people start reaching, when we first joined ASEA, the highest rank in ASEA was triple diamond. And now they have created these new ranks because people have moved on beyond further than they thought. So
it depends. Yeah.
if they make more ranks, it'll go deeper. And I'm sure that will happen sometime because we have several people that are in the presidential levels now.
Okay, thank you. Anyone has a question? Dr. Helen, welcome back. Good to see you here. And Gloria as well. And Sandra.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
No questions for now, Dr. Helen. Here. Thank you so much, Marcia. That was an excellent presentation. I didn't quite have everybody on here, although some of them are on with other names I cannot identify. But I'm just hoping that I'll be able to get you at another time again to come back.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. What I'd like to do now, Philippe, is just go over the fast forward. Yes. If that sounds like a good plan.
Absolutely, yes.
ASEA has a great program called Fast Forward, and I'd like to go over that with you because it's a great way to make some extra, get some extra free products, to earn some extra loyalty reward points, and to grow your team as you're starting out here. So if you go to your homepage, the one that you log into, and you scroll down, you're going to see our current promotions. We have a current promotion for a trip to Puerto Vallarta, which all of you are very in a great place to try and earn, and we can go over that. We have a cash grow and cash flow, which Diana is like right up there on the leaderboard from last week. And Philippe and Jing are on there. They're going for earning that. And these are two great ways to motivate your business too. But the one I'd like to talk about right now is the Fast Forward. Fast Forward is an ongoing promotion. It is actually, I guess it's an ongoing program because it's no longer a promotion. And this is a great way for those of you that are just starting out and those of you that have been in for a long time to really go towards growing your team. And what it is let's fly up here, is a program where you're rewarded for growing your team quickly. And you can do this program every 14 days. You're eligible to start a new Fast Forward. What you get is if you do a Fast Forward, you're going to get 25 tubes of sample tubes of Renew, $115 value. You're going to receive 100 loyalty reward points. Loyalty reward points, if you're not familiar with them, are points that ASEA allows you to turn in for free product. And 100 points, just to give you a reference, is the same as you could trade that in for one case of ASEA, which is quite a value. And you're going to also be earning fast start bonuses during that time, potentially. And so you're going to be getting cash. You have the potential for cash and products of $405 for a reward for that. If you're really going for it, you can do what's called a Fast Forward Plus. You're going to earn those sample tubes. You're going to earn 300 loyalty reward points and be earning cash, fast start bonus cash, and get a total of possibly $745 in cash and products. How it works. If you want to do a Fast Forward, you're going to have 14 days to get in to do that. And in those 14 days, you need to have 4 new enrollees. These can be associates or preferred customers or a combination. So you're going to enroll a new associate or a preferred customer with a qualifying subscription and enrollment order of at least 100 promo points. And they call those promo points because preferred customers, remember, you only get 50 PV, but in this, they'll give you 100 promo. So if somebody gets in with one case, you get 100 promo points. And then at the end of the 14 days, if you have a total of 800 promo points from those 4 people or 4+ more people, then you have completed a Fast Forward and are eligible for those awards that come with that completion. Now, if in that 14 days, you're just going crazy and you enroll 8 new associates or preferred customers, then you are going with at least 100 points in their initial order and at least 100 points of a subscription order. And at the end of the 14 days, your total promo points, enrollment orders, comes up to 1,200. Then you are going to receive these 25 tubes, sample tubes, 300 loyalty reward points, and some fast start bonuses on the way. You can see it's a very lucrative program just right off the bat. But the more lucrative part is that you have grown a team and you're growing a team quickly. Again, you are eligible to start one of these every 14 days. So unfortunately, if you complete it in 7 days, you got to wait that 14 days before you can start another one. So you might as well, if you've completed the Fast Forward in 7 days, you might as well go for the Fast Forward in 14 days and just try and complete that. To do a Fast Forward, if you want to do that, you're going to go to this little deal here, and you are going to, I think, details. Is that the one you do to click to start? Let me see here. I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to details, and you'll just click to get started, and it will give you a choice of dates that you want to start, because sometimes we enroll somebody and we forget about starting that Fast Forward for a day or two. And we're like, oh, shoot, I should have started a Fast Forward. That would have counted. So ASEA has a little calendar here, and you can choose today or up to 3 days backdating the start of that fast forward. You can choose which day you would like that to be. And then just click let's go. And so that is the fast forward. Anybody got any questions on fast forward? And then as you're going, you can always check your mic progress, and it'll tell you, you know, how many, what you've done so far. And I think that has been about a half an hour. So I want to call it there because I want to respect your time. If we want to do this next week, I would like to go over a little bit of the ascent and how people, let me just give I lied. I'm going to go just for a minute longer because we have quite a few people on here and I want them to realize the incredible promotion we have going right now for a trip to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. This is called the Ascent trip. It's going to be May 3rd through 7th, and you have the opportunity to earn the trip. You can earn at different levels. And we have a 4th prize level. You're going to earn your accommodations for 2, all your meals, airport transfers, etc., group trainings. And then all the way up to the accommodations for 2, $1,100 in travel reimbursement US, all your meals, your airport transfers, gifts, group trainings. So you can choose the level you want to earn and go for it. When you look at your home page, let me go back to there. On the promotion here, remember this, you just scroll down to find it. It's going to say your total PGV3 growth needed. Remember, that's your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids, and you can find that. They'll have that on here, or you can look at your dashboard and find out what your PGV3 amount is. When you're looking at this number, when you go into your account today and you look and you see the number here, you have 25 weeks left in this contest. So if you take this number and you divide it by 25, you're going to get a rough amount of PGV3 that you're going to want to average through those 25 weeks. Of course, this week, you know, since you're at the beginning of the contest and your team hasn't grown really, you might be a little lower, but then you're going to want to make up for that as you go through the 25 weeks to get your amount. This amount here that they have on here is the minimum needed to reach the 4th level for the trip. As you reach the 4th level, then they'll change that widget to how many points you would need for 3rd level, and etc. You also will need to have an enrollment volume. You know, you need to be enrolling people yourself, and that volume will be listed right here that you need to have during that time. So look at it, check it out. It's incredible as you do your fast forwards, all those points that you earn on the fast forward, guess what? They're going to be making your PGV3 grow and working you towards this trip to Ascent. So the fast forward, the cash flow, grow and cash flow, all are going to help you to build points towards the Ascent trip. So they combine to make a great package. Hoping to see all of you in Puerto Vallarta in May. All right. If there's anybody have any questions before we call it a day?
Evidently, thank you, Marcia, again, once more. I really like the breakdown of the compensation plan. I know Dr. Ude is in Nigeria. He's a little bit retired, but a very renowned physician. I know there's a difference in culture and accent. He definitely came in late. I'm wondering if he has any question at this time. Dr. Ude, you have any question? You came in late? If only he can hear me, but I see he's online. Mm-hmm.
Welcome aboard, Dr. Ude.
Yes. And Philippe will have a recording of this, so he can send that to him also for the beginning.
Oh, that works. Yes. You know, there's a culture, articulation.
Yes,
so
and then he can.
Reluctant to talk.
Yeah.
I was talking a little fast too, so that way he can.
Yeah, that's right.
Go back and forward.
you helped me right there.
Sorry about that. If you ever need me to slow down, just say slow down, please.
Well, you were okay. It's just a different in culture and accent. That's all. For people who have lived all of their lives in Europe, so I mean overseas, it'd be hard for them to understand the accent here.
Marcia, did you have any tips on how to think about the numbers for the ascent for planning? I mean, people talk about it from a weekly standpoint, but it's still hard for me to get my brain around what I need to be doing differently to make sure I hit that.
Well, yeah, if you take your number and you divide it by 25 weeks we have left, and say it comes out to be 1,000 points, just because that's easy. What does 1,000 points mean? That could be bringing in one new associate with a 400-point case or a 400-point order. That would be 1,000 points of growth. It could be bringing in some preferred customers, and if you have 6 preferred customers, they've all done 100 points and they're on a 100-point subscription, then that's going to be 300 points each week, right? Because
So
that
it's
would
counting the weekly subscriptions as well, or is it only the sign up amounts?
No, it's the weekly preferred PGV3 volume. So that includes subscriptions that you bring in. Those won't be shown until the next month. But if you get people started on subscription this week, then they're going to do that next week or next month, plus the new people that you bring in next month. And that will be extra volume. So it really will snowball with the work that you do in the next 4 weeks and the subscriptions that you bring in the next 4 weeks. Then for the 4 weeks beyond that, you're going to also have the subscriptions from the people that you enrolled this month. They're going to keep coming in, and then you'll be enrolling new people, and that will be coming in. So it really will snowball on itself if you're consistent in signing up people.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I don't know if that helps or not, but if you kind of, you're such a paper graph person, play around that a little bit and just say, okay, here's this week, I enroll 5 people with this much subscription, then go 4 weeks from now and put that subscription and the value of enrolling new people on that week, and then go 4 weeks further. And I think it will be a really interesting thing for you to see. And to share with everybody else.
Because I don't have a big team yet, so I'm like, it just seems intimidating. So just kind of understanding how it overlaps is helpful.
So that's, if you're looking at 1,000 points average for each of those 25 weeks, you got to remember that 25 away.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's a great question, Diane. All right, well, I appreciate you all. And are we doing this next week, Philippe?
Yes.
Okay,